Live from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We have celebrity stylist and glam goddess in the house, Levine. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Look
Look
amazing.
guys.
You sure do. Just
So,
glowing.
Thank you.
What a small world. You actually used to style Lillian Garcia.
I
gracing the
did.
cover
I
of
love
this
her.
issue.
She's wonderful and such a, an amazing woman and boss babe. And I used to style for her all her WWE appearances and on camera stuff. And when she was on tour, and even stuff for her band and style her band. So it was a lot of fun.
It is so crazy how small this community is in this world.
It
and
really
Allie walks
is.
in the studio, she's like, oh yeah, of course, Lillian. I know Lillian.
Yes, I love Lillian and I love her husband. They're wonderful.
Oh, so you are a prego. When is your due date? When is your due date?
It is end of March, early April. So
I love that you
around the corner.
I love that you have high heels on, and
Yes.
you are like it's like
She's always styling.
She
It's
is
part of it.
Thank
rocking
you.
it.
I mean, you got to embrace the bump. And, also for me, I'm like, I've given up a lot for my daughter, which of course, I'm happy to do, but heels was not going to be one of them.
Or the nails.
Yeah, or the nails. I
the
cut
hair.
back and I went like shorter for me.
Yeah.
So, I, toned the glam down a little bit.
But you still got to draw a line somewhere. Yes.
Talk about toning it down. Recently, you were on Bravo's Stripped.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about the show.
Toning it up right there. Yeah.
I was turning it up, turning it down. Yes, I was on Stripped. It was quite the experience,
What
It
is
was
Stripped? I mean, what's the concept of the show?
The concept is basically, Bravo wanted to have this, social experiment where, everyday people are stripped of everything in their lives for 21 days. And how does it affect you? And what do you go through? And, what happens maybe afterwards? And, what do you learn from it? And you guys were talking about earlier on the show about, how important it is to unplug. Stripped is all about that. How do you unplug and how do you survive? And I think it was really interesting for me that I didn't realize how hard it was going to be for me to actually unplug. But then when I did, it was actually very freeing. And it was like, oh, I can do this.
Okay,
So
so
you
but
actually have-
really, were you actually stripped for 21, or was it just kind of
No,
showing that
we were
like?
stripped. I mean, I kind of wish you guys got to see, like,
we're
vignettes.
we're gonna see. We're gonna see
see,
right now.
right?
Let's take a look.
You let me know when you're ready.
I guess we're like really doing this. This is actually happening. Before I kind of felt like, oh, it's kind of happening. Now it's like actually happening.
We signed the paperwork. Nice boots.
Thanks.
I got this. There we go. You let me know when you're ready.
I know, sorry. I got a little jewelry to take off. You didn't have to go so fast.
Yep.
Okay. Mine are my engagement ring and wedding rings. I'm gonna feel
Yeah.
officially naked now.
I'm just standing here naked while you're doing this.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Now what? Here, close yours. There we go. There we go.
Here you go. Put it in front of you.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
Got it.
We can.
All right. What we'll do is, good boy, Boo Boo.
Are you comfortable being naked?
No, this is like so weird. Like, and I don't feel free like being naked. You just seem to be hanging out naked, no problem.
Well, I'm just trying to make the best out of a bad situation, right? Well, I think you're gonna learn a lot about yourself.
We will see.
I don't know how we're going to make it to the storage container without being clothed. This thing is a half-mile away. So we're going to have to improvise.
What are you doing? Are you pulling vines off?
Hold this. Turn around. This is just for fashion.
Just for fashion? Okay. I kind of feel like it's a modern day Adam and Eve Vogue.
Let's go. Let's make it quick.
This is already slipping, so maybe I'll go look for
In here,
Yes.
cardboard. Can you put it under your arms? Like that?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, boobs covered. Let's go.
Let's go. Mine are slipping.
No, this is great. I love this.
Here, grab that sign.
Borrow this here.
Got it?
Yeah, I'm about to be ass.
I know, it's fine.
Keep looking at it.
Yeah.
Move along. Borrow the newspaper.
Okay.
Bare feet. They're getting numb.
Go, come on. For here.
Oh,
Wow.
How did you
OMG.
convince him to do this?
Oh my God, to be honest, after it came to me, he was like, you know what? You might learn something. We should do this. And he was like all about it. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
And he was one who was like,
He seemed really
no.
positive
He
about the
did?
whole
Yes,
thing.
he
He's like,
was.
this is what's
He was
happening?
great. I mean,
Wow.
if I didn't have him, I don't think I would have gotten through it,
Yeah.
to be honest.
So were you guys reactive? I mean, speaking of kind of the theme of the day of reactions and whatever, did you guys have some reactions?
Oh,
and
yeah,
all
of
that?
course. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like they were nice to us not show all of that.
Filtered
Thank you,
some of it out.
Bravo. But no, we definitely had reactions. I mean, there were times where they came over to me and they're like, oh, do you feel free? And I'm like, no, I don't feel free. And they're like, well, some people feel free naked. And my husband was like, I feel fantastic. And I was like, oh, good for you. I don't. I'm like hiding in a corner trying to like
Yeah.
cover myself up. You know, as you
Wow.
could see with like when we first got stripped down, you know, literally, so when you first strip, they basically have you put everything in a box. And then they give you, when you put the box outside, rations, which is your food, which is like this gross, nasty packets of like, I don't know how our military does it, to be honest, water and toilet paper. And that's it.
For
21 days.
days.
And every day you get one item back.
Okay, I mean, I think it is genius in that you really would have whatever
Yes.
truly comes up for you would
Right.
come up.
Yeah. Like for
What is-
me, I got a dress the first day because I couldn't handle being naked. Whereas my husband was actually a genius and he got our couch back the first
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Because we were able to actually sleep and
Oh,
function. Because,
yeah.
you know, you see us sitting on the wood floor, but imagine sleeping on that wood floor and not having blankets or comfort or anything.
That
You're
was
just
nice
like,
of him to do that.
Right?
Really
What did
Yeah.
you learn
does.
about yourself in doing this?
I learned that I have to let myself be more vulnerable. I have to learn how to unplug. Still a work in progress. And I learned that, you know, Justin and I really are such a great team. And I think that's why it resulted into us, you know,
Wow.
now having her. And I think that people don't realize how everyday distractions just constantly, they distract you. You know, that you just go along with your busy life and sometimes you don't check in with someone or maybe you're not spending that time with a significant other. Whatever it is that might be more important is getting trumped by the fact that everything else is in front of you.
Wow.
Did that affect your work in being a celebrity stylist at
Oh,
all?
absolutely. Yes, it affected my work. And actually, you guys were nice enough not to show that clip, but during the show, they actually sent me to a red carpet where I had to walk the carpet with no glam.
Oh.
My hair was like 6 days old, so definitely didn't have this nice body. It was like we hadn't gotten, you know, hair products or anything back yet. So it was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. No makeup. I remember in the car, they let my friend drive me there because you were allowed to arrange transportation and that sort of thing. I was pinching my cheeks in the car going, am I getting color? Am I getting color? Like trying to figure it out, you know, like taking flowers from outside, trying to make like stamps of eyeshadow. I mean, anything I could do to
No
try to make
way.
myself glam. And I finally had to give up and go, okay, well, all
my
natural
gosh.
we go. Like, and
So-
I had to own that, you know?
So unfortunately we're running out of time, and I would love to dive so deep into this conversation. It's
Yeah.
fascinating. I would love to have you back
Yes.
and actually
Oh,
dive deeper into this.
absolutely.
But I'm curious to know, because today we're talking about love and relationship. Any tips for people? Like, what can they do to glam up and style for this month of love?
Ooh, I love that. So I would say, you know, really hone in on your own confidence. You know, whether you're, you know, it's self-love and you need to work on that and you want to go out with your friends or you want to spend a day at home, you know, wear something that feels good to you. Confidence is your best accessory.
For sure.
So no matter what, whether you're going out with that special person and dressing up with, you know, a cute little dress
Like
and
that?
thank you, like some boots, you know, super simple, throw a little jacket and you're good to go, add some accessories. Or, you know, if you're at home and you want to wear something cozy, just own you and find that self-love. And I think even myself, I had to find that on Stripped.
So great. I think it's the best
so
advice
powerful.
ever. For
Thank
sure.
you.
So, so excited. We would really love to have you back.
I would love to
I
come
would
back.
love to dive more into
So
that.
many
Absolutely.
For
questions,
sure,
really
so
do.
many questions about that. Fascinating, so
Yeah,
fascinating.
everybody's fascinated by
So where
it.
can people find you?
So you can find me at Levine Design on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and my website is allylevine.com and allylevinestyling.com.
Great, yeah, and you've worked with so many celebrities,
Yes.
so many projects. So check her out,
Yes.
see what's going on, check out, get stripped and all that good stuff. So stripping down, whatever it is. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.